talk with Gregg Bowman first, AC guy of Tampa Bay. Gregg, what are you seeing? How has the COVID impacted your business?
Oh, it's had mixed results. Early on, before, with the whole thing coming on, we saw a boom. We were very busy. Once lockdown hit, it slowed down a little bit for a week or so, but then it took back off again, and we've been, doing all right. I was a little concerned, but it's been good. But the real hot button, the thing that we keep getting asked about, almost every call is, indoor air quality. What can we do to, help stop the spread of or potential spread of the virus? It's an airborne spread virus, so definitely a huge concern, and there are a lot of great products that can help, with that. We're actually struggling to get those products because there's a global demand for them, so that's been a challenge as well.
Yeah, there's such a challenge in the supply chain. That's been one of the things that's been in talks with different political leaders, and how China, we were so dependent on China for a lot of different supplies and things there. But stay away from that bunny trail for a moment. When we talk about AC Guy of Tampa Bay, we talk a lot about local companies that support the show, supporting the local economy. You guys are based here in Tampa Bay. You've got a great family that works with you. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we are family owned and operated. We actually began in business during the last recession, 2008, 2009. That's when we launched this business. Have grown steadily since then and are ready to weather this impending next one. But we are definitely a family business. We treat our clients like family. It's kind of part of our motto and everything that we do, that we serve our Tampa Bay family with integrity and honor. Providing expert service that surpasses expectations. So, definitely we have a focus on, basically treating each client as if they are family.
Are people responsive or still open to you coming into the home? I mean, there's some uncertainty there. People, especially, I feel like Florida is not as affected. I think the last numbers I looked at was 1,600 deaths, but every year you're going to have deaths from the flu bug, et cetera. New York is a much different environment, 26,000 plus deaths up there. But are people still hesitant? What are you adhering to some of the CDC guidelines to make people feel a little more at home?
Yeah, definitely. It depends really on the client. Some people are very concerned about it. We are going to the nth degree to take precautions. We're actually sterilizing our trucks and tools daily. We bring them in here each morning. We have a ozone shock treatment that we apply to the truck, which basically fills the truck with ozone and kill any kind of bacteria, virus, anything sitting inside the truck. So, but then on the job site, masks, gloves, booties, the whole nine, the steps that we're going to. It's been hard to get a hold of some of those supplies, masks, gloves, booties, hand sanitizer. We're going through that struggle of trying to track all that stuff down. But yeah, some clients are definitely very concerned about it. We do our best to reassure them that we're doing everything contactless, as possible, and maintaining all the CDC precautions, 6 foot of separation, all those things to help reassure them.
And if you just joined us, we're talking with Gregg Bowman, owner of the AC Guy of Tampa Bay. He's a air conditioning expert here in the area. Talks a lot about indoor air quality. Now, Gregg, talk to us about some of the ways that you can improve your HVAC system. And I believe some of it was dealing with some of the infrared technology, laser technology.
Ultraviolet light, yes, that's one of the common ways of treating indoor air quality. The EPA has basically identified 3 danger areas when they talk about indoor air quality. They talk about the particulates, the dust. That would be, the very common one that is handled by a filter. The better filters, obviously, removing more of that. The other 2 danger areas are volatile organic compounds. Those would be things like formaldehyde that off gases off of new furniture or new carpet. It's a smell that we actually like, but it's actually harmful to our lungs. So those type of things. And then the last danger area is the hot button right now, the bacteria, viruses, molds, mildews, the biologicals. And that's, the one that typically is treated with ultraviolet light. There are a number of great products that can address that. We actually are running some specials on some of those as long as we can get the product. Like I said, we are struggling with that, but those ultraviolet lights will kill bacteria, viruses that are airborne. Not only as they're traveling in the airstream, but we have some products that can actually send out ions into the air that will find the bacteria, the virus, whatever it may be, the biological, out inside the home and kill it wherever it's at. One of the products that we're really highlighting, that's one that's hard to get right now because of the demand globally, but is what's called the Remy Halo. It's a great product. It's actually been tested against SARS, bird flu, some of the other epidemics that have happened in the past, and they have determined that they have what they call their sneeze test. When somebody sneezes, it can destroy within 3 feet of that person 99% of any bacteria, viruses that are propelled into the air. So it's a great product to give you peace of mind in your home that if there is any bacteria or viruses that has made it into the home, that you're knocking it down before it can infect everybody else.
Wow, that's awesome, man. We got about 90 seconds left here on this segment, but tell us about your VIP program as well, Greg.
Yeah, it's our great program for maintaining your system. Every system needs to have maintenance. You're paying for it, whether you're paying somebody to do it or you're paying the power company and higher electric bills. And our VIP program is $14 a month. That provides for us to come out twice a year, clean and maintain your system, and make sure everything's operating the way it should. And you get other benefits along with that, lower operating costs, obviously. We do also then not charge any after-hours fees if you're a VIP customer, and you get a 20% discount on any other work you might need as long as you're on that program.
Excellent. Text AC to our hotline if you'd like to be in connection with Gregg Bowman, AC guy of Tampa Bay. Text AC or HVAC to 813-670-7372. We'll put you right in touch with Gregg and his team and sign up for that VIP package, and also ask about the Remy Halo. Sounds really cool being able to kill that bacteria and reduce the chances of your family getting sick. More from Gregg coming up in our lightning round. We also have David Ringo, 3D Solar, and Alex Lima, Black Belt Fitness, here on the show today. Gregg Bowman, AC guy of Tampa Bay. Final words, sir.
Hey, Brandon. I think I would just echo that, it's definitely a different time that we're going through right now, but the stay-at-home order has definitely enforced a lot harder use of your air conditioner, a lot more use of it because you're spending a lot more time at home. So we would definitely recommend that you give your air conditioner a little love. Our VIP program is a great way to do that. We can come out, check it out. We are taking all the CDC precautions to make sure that we're not placing you at risk. Something I also ought to mention is we do have a new service we launched called Teletech. If you're concerned about having somebody come in your house but you want to have something looked at, we do have the opportunity to do video conferencing calls to look at that and address any of those kind of issues.
Hey, that's a great innovation, Gregg. I like that. That's really cool, man. Awesome. David Ringo, 3D Solar.
Absolutely, man. And just like we talked about, everybody's utilities are going up and everybody's getting antsy about these bills. They're making a lot of calls. They're talking to solar people. I would just encourage you to not rush into anything. This is a major decision and major investment. You don't want to take get hurried and make a bad decision. Take your time on this decision. Make sure you understand everything. There's warranties to understand. You need to make sure the company's good. There's a lot of great companies that start up and they have great reviews and they've been here less than 6 months. I encourage you to find somebody that's been around for a long time that's got a history of being here for 5+ years. We've been here for about 10 years now and we're not going anywhere. So we're here still servicing the clients we've had forever. But just make sure you find the right company. Find out all the details about the financing and the warranties and the company before you jump into anything. That'd be my 2 bits.
That's right. David Ringo, 3D Solar, Tampa Bay Business Journal's Fast 50 as well. All right, in studio here, Alex Lima, Black Belt Fitness.
Yeah, I think I would just kind of challenge others right now, the listeners and the viewers, to do kind of like what those kids are doing and pay it forward, with some acts of kindness. I believe that the initial panic of everything that was going on has started to kind of simmer down a little bit. People don't seem to be fighting over toilet paper and stuff anymore in the street. Yeah. So let's keep that going and just be overall better to each other, guys. So.
Good stuff. I like it. All right, so today I'd like to do a little bit of business and sales talks here on my lightning round tip. So today I was going to talk about Albert Mehrabian's 738-55% rule. You may have heard of it. Tony Robbins, different speakers have talked about this over the years, but it was a study that was actually done by Dr. Albert Mehrabian, and it talks about the elements of communication. Okay, 7%, the low number, only 7% of actual communication is the words spoken, the actual word. 38% is the voice tone and the way that you say those words. And the overwhelming majority, 55% of the rule of communication is the body language, the way that you use your body and evoke emotion through the body language that you're expressing. So when you're expressing those words, it's 7% words, 38% the actual voice tone, and the overwhelming majority is 55% in the body language. So think about that when you're working with clients, you're negotiating. It's going to be one that's going to help you. All right, let's do another round. Let's go back to Gregg Bowman, AC guy of Tampa Bay.
I guess the only other thing I could just echo again is, as far as indoor air quality goes, we do have some great options out there as far as what you can do to help prevent the spread of the virus. You don't typically think of your home air conditioner as being something that can help with that, but there are some great products for doing that. So if you're interested in anything like that, give us a call, check us out. We'd be glad to give you any advice or insight that we can.
All right, good stuff. AC guy of Tampa Bay, Gregg Bowman. All right, David Ringo, 3D Solar.
One thing I would say is, we're all about reducing electric costs and so on, but I would encourage you to do everything you can to lower your electric bill. We have people that have like $800 electric bills, and we can offset that. But man, I'd rather have some of them talk to the AC guy, Tampa, and see what they can do about getting new air conditioning first. Because if we get rid of that $800 electric bill and then they go and reduce some of their other costs and they get insulation and they get an AC unit, now they're making too much solar power and it's not going to be beneficial to them. So I would encourage, if you got a massive bill, talk to us, that's fine. Talk to other solar companies, but talk to them about, ask them what else you can do to get that home, energy efficient. And one other thing I would say is loans are expensive, and a lot of people talk about cash and they don't have the cash to do that. But I would encourage you to consider a HELOC or something along those lines of figuring out a way of paying for it to get the payments down, because the financing is great for an extended period of time, but man, there's other options out there too. So don't be afraid of looking into HELOCs or something like that to be an alternative source, which would be cheaper than some of the loans they have out there.
Yeah, home equity line of credit is what David Ringo is referring to, and you can access that through, it's kind of a second mortgage if you have a first mortgage in place, and it's a low risk for the bank because they're attaching it to your home as the collateral, so you can get home equity lines of credit at very low rates nowadays as well. Reach out. We'd love to connect you with Diane Vance and her team that can help with that. All right, Alex Lima, final words.
Yeah, so my second challenge I would initial towards the listeners and viewers would be follow me on a fitness journey. Let's work on some gains and some improvements. Right now I'm currently doing a 90-day challenge myself to actually increase lean mass on my body. I'm trying to gain 8 to 10 pounds of lean mass. I was supposed to do a fight March 28th, and obviously it got canceled because of the whole COVID thing. So I had to lose weight for that. So I kind of lost weight for no reason. But so now I'm trying to get it back up, and I'm trying to do it the right way. And I'm taking my clients on the journey along with me. So
nice, I like that. So if you wanted to add lean mass, what's some of the quick tips? I know there's a lot there, but it's more calories. Working out.
It's got to be quality calories, though. A lot of times people, the old school mentality of doing like the bodybuilder thing of like you're always initially either in like a bulking cycle or a cutting cycle.
Right.
I'm trying to bulk up while staying relatively lean.
Right, and healthy.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Because I still have to perform at a high level because I do plan on still competing. So, hit me up on Instagram at blackbelt_, jitsu, and I'll give you guys some tips. There's a lot of tips on my page there. So.
Yeah, some good tips there, and doing a great job as well with the beard
struggle.
Beard struggle.
Yeah, man, the beard struggle.
Nice.
Check them out. Code BlackBelt15 gets you 15% off all products at the beard struggle. So your beard can be strong as well as your body if you ride with me. So
there you go. All right, good stuff. Hey, another great show. I want to thank Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Think about your indoor air quality and also their VIP program. David Ringo, 3D Solar. Hey, another great show. Appreciate you bringing that information. Check out his podcast as well, Solar Power Hour. And Alex Lima, Black Belt Fitness and Martial Arts here. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And check out consumerqb.com.
Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time.